By the end of this lesson, the empty bond house becomes a working first bond ceremony. We will enter the building, walk close enough to see talk to Keeper Sola, read both of her lines, and move directly into a 3-card choice screen. Keyboard focus begins on Bramblebud. Each card changes the preview without saving anything. The explorer remains still behind the menu. Decide later closes the ceremony and restores movement immediately. We will reopen it, cancel again, leave the building, and return safely. That complete route is what we are building today. This is episode 5 of Build a Battle Monster Adventure with Godot and AI. Begin with your completed Chapter 4 dialogue project, not the final game. The Chapter 4 episode, both books, and a clean Chapter 5 recovery download are linked below. We are using Godot version 4.7.1 stable. If your project does not already have working doors, Gertner Mara, Courier Tavi, and the reusable dialogue panel, finish episode 4 before continuing. Today we build presentation, not commitment. The 3 creature cards can be inspected, but no companion is saved and no party label appears. That is deliberate. Separating preview from commitment lets us test focus, cancel, and world state recovery before creature data arrives in episode 6. Our 3 terms are action kind, the small label that tells main what happens after dialogue, focus, the control that receives keyboard input, and cancel route, the tested path that closes a modal and returns control. Close Godot. In File Explorer, copy your entire Glimmergrove_04_ dialog folder. Rename the copy Glimmergrove_05_ bond_house. Open Godot Project Manager. Click Import. Browse into the new folder. Select project.godot. Then click Import and Edit. Look at the title bar and confirm you opened the Chapter 5 copy. Press F5 and test 1 villager conversation plus 1 building round trip. Stop here if either system is broken. In the File System doc, expand Scripts, then Data, and double-click NpcDefinition.gd. Below the dialog array, add the 2 exported fields shown on screen. Action kind uses an export enum with dialog and starter, so the inspector gives us a safe drop-down instead of arbitrary text. ActionId is a string name reserved for a later chapter. Save with Ctrl+S. Do not remove or rename the 4 fields from episode 4. Existing Mara and Tavi resources still depend on them. In the File System doc, open Scripts, World, NPC.gd. Add action_kind and action_id below speaker_name. Each function returns its matching resource value when a definition exists, and a harmless default otherwise. The NPC still does not open menus or change scenes. It only reports data about itself. Save, wait for the script scan, and check the bottom panel for red errors. If Godot underlines definition.actionkind, return to definition.gd and verify that file saved successfully. In the File System doc, right-click Data/NPC/S and choose New Resource. Search for NpcDefinition. Select it and click Create. Save the file as Keeper_Sola.tres. With the resource selected, use the inspector on the right. Set id to Keeper_Sola. Display name to Keeper Sola, and choose a light violet color. Expand dialog. Set size to 2. Then fill element 0 and element 1 with the exact ceremony lines shown on screen. Still in Keeper Sola's inspector, open action kind and choose starter. Leave ActionId empty, then press Ctrl+S. Here is the useful failure. If dialog size remains 0, the reusable NPC correctly displays this character has no dialogue data. That fallback proves the scene wiring works but the content is incomplete. If you see it later, do not rewrite mk.g to d. Stop the game. Reopen Keeper_Sola.tres, set dialog size to 2, and restore both lines. Open Scenes, World, bond_house.tsc, n. Drag scene/actors/nk.tsc, n. into the scene tree. Rename the new instance Keeper Sola, with both capital letters exactly as shown. In the inspector, set position 10 to 576 and Y to 255. Drag Keeper_Sola.tres from the file system onto the definition field. Press Ctrl S. Run the project, enter the bond house, approach Sola, and confirm the prompt names her. Talking should show 2 lines and then return movement normally. The ceremony does not exist yet. Open scripts, world, dialogue_panel.g2d. Change the closed signal so it carries action kind as string and action id as string name. Add pending_action_kind with a dialog default and pending_action_id with an empty string name default. These pending values remember what should happen after the final dialog line. They belong in the panel because present receives them once and closed emits them later. Save after this small section before changing the function. In the same script, expand present so it accepts action kind and action id after dialog lines. Give both arguments the defaults shown on screen, which keeps ordinary villager dialog compatible. After resetting line index, copy those arguments into the pending variables. Near the bottom, replace close.emit with close.emit, open parenthesis, pending action kind, comma, pending action id, close parenthesis. Save. If main now reports a signal argument error, that is expected until we update its handler later. Click Scene, New Scene, then User Interface. Rename the control root starter selection and choose Layout, Full Rect. Add a color rect child named Shade and set it to Full Rect. Under Shade, add a panel container named Choice Panel. Under that, add margin container named Margin, then VBox container named VBox. Add labels named Title and Instruction. Add an HBox container named Choices. Under Choices, add 3 buttons named Bramblebud, Lantern Kip, and Real Fin. Back under VBox, after Choices, add a label named Preview and a button named Cancel. Compare the full tree before styling. Select Choice Panel. Under Layout, Transform, set position to 92, 88 and size to 968, 472. Under Theme Overrides, Styles, Panel, create a style box flat. Give it a nearly opaque dark fill, a 3-pixel green border on every side, and corner radius 18. Select margin and set left and right to 28, top to 24, and bottom to 22. Select VBox and set separation to 18. Save the scene now as scene/UI/starter_selection.tsc. N. Select Title. Set font size 32, horizontal alignment center, and text the first bond ceremony. Select Instruction. Set font size 19, auto wrap word smart, alignment center, and enter the sentence shown on screen. Select Choices. Set minimum Y to 190, horizontal sizing fill, vertical sizing fill and expand, and separation 16. For each creature button, set horizontal sizing fill and expand, font size 20, focus modal, and disabled off. Enter each 3-line card exactly as displayed. Select Preview. Set minimum Y to 54, font size 19, horizontal and vertical alignment center, and auto-wrap word smart. Enter Inspect all 3 possibilities. No choice is saved yet. Select Cancel. Set minimum size to 190 by 44. Horizontal sizing shrink center, font size 18, focus mode all, disabled off, and text decide later. Press Ctrl S. Focus mode all is not decoration. It allows keyboard and controller users to reach every card and the escape button. Press F6 to run only the current scene. You should see a dark full screen shade, 1 centered bordered panel, 3 equal width cards, a preview line, and decide later. Resize the game window once and confirm the shade still covers it. Click each button. Nothing changes yet because there is no script, and that is expected. Check alignment and spelling now. If a card is narrower, select all 3 card buttons together and confirm each one uses fill and expand. Stop the game. Select the starter selection root and click Attach Script above the scene tree. Save it as script/world/starter_selection.gd. Type the first code card, class name starter selection, extends control, the cancelled signal, the 3 preview strings, and the typed button array with the 3 exact node paths. Then add the preview and cancel on ready paths. Save. Pause here and compare every slash and capital letter against your scene tree. Continue with ready and present. Ready loops through the 3 buttons and connects each pressed signal to preview with its index. It connects cancel to cancel, then starts the whole control hidden. Present resets the neutral preview sentence, makes the control visible, and only then calls grab focus on the first card. That order matters. A hidden button cannot reliably receive focus. Save this piece before adding the final functions. Add preview and cancel. Preview rejects any index outside the array, then copies the matching sentence into the preview label. It does not hide the panel and does not save a creature. Cancel hides the panel and emits cancelled. Save and press F6. Because ready hides the root, the isolated scene should now appear blank. That is correct evidence that it will not cover the game at launch. We will call present from main during the full root. If you use an AI assistant, give it only starter_selection.gd. Include the exact node paths. Require a cancelled signal, a hidden starting state. Present that resets text and focuses Bramblebud. 3 preview only buttons, and cancel that hides and emits. Explicitly forbid scene edits, resource edits, main edits, and party state. Review the diff against the 3 code cards before running. A useful assistant works inside a testable boundary. It does not invent the rest of the game. Open scenes. main.tscn. In the scene tree, expand UILayer. Drag starter_selection.tscn from scene/u to 1 and drop it under UILayer after DialoguePanel. It must be a sibling of DialoguePanel and HUD, not a child of the current map. Press Ctrl+S, open scripts, main.g to d. Add the starter selection preload and the onReady reference to $UILayer/starter-selection. In ready, connect StarterSelection.cancel to resume world. In main's NPC interaction branch, add village NPC.actionKind and ActionId as the 3rd and 4th arguments to DialoguePanel.present. Then replace the old no-argument dialog closed handler with the version shown. If ActionKind equals starter, call StarterSelection.present and return without restoring movement. For every ordinary dialog, call resumeWorld. Finally, add resumeWorld as one small function that enables player controls. Save the scene and script. Press F5. Enter the bond house and approach Keeper Sola. Read both lines. The ceremony must open immediately after close, with Bramblebud visibly focused. Press Enter on Bramblebud and read the new preview sentence. Use Tab or arrow keys to reach Lantern Kip and Rilfin, activating each one. The panel must remain open. Hold W, S, or D. The Explorer must not move. If dialog closes but no ceremony opens, confirm Sola's action kind is starter and main passes that value into present. If keyboard input goes nowhere, stop and inspect each card button. Focus mode must be all. Disabled must be off, and the card must be visible. In present, visible equals true must come before grab focus. Do not change Shade's mouse filter to repair a keyboard failure. Mouse filter affects mouse events, not keyboard focus. If keyboard works but clicking does not, check for another full screen control above starter selection. Change one cause at a time, run the same 2-button test, and keep the first fix that explains the evidence. Activate Decide Later. The panel should close and movement should return immediately. Speak with Sola again, inspect one different card, and cancel again. Leave the bond house and return to Fernwake Village. No party label should appear. No creature choice should persist. and no card should disable the other two. If movement stays frozen, confirm cancel connects exactly once. Cancel emits cancelled, and main connects that signal to resume world. This is the chapter's most important recovery path. Save every resource, scene, and script. Close Godot and preserve the folder as glimmergrove_05_bond_house. Import the copy through Project Manager and repeat the open, inspect, cancel, return root. The clean recovery zip and SH256 checksum are in the description. In Episode 6, the temporary preview strings disappear. Typed move data and creature species resources will define each starter in a stable catalog without changing the ceremony's proven focus and cancel behavior.